What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV. Welcome back to the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. You know I got another banger for you, so kick back, relax, and come take a ride with your boy. Yep, we got some more Haileyvanlith news, man. So Flau'Jae Johnson was recently on a pretty big podcast where the host tried to set up for the kill, man, clowning Haileyvanlith, talking about their matchup with Iowa and how she was out there getting barbecued and, their game plan to defend Caitlyn Clark. I felt like Flau'Jae should have guarded her, but maybe they didn't want her to get in foul trouble. It was cool, though, to hear from Flau'Jae her perspective and what the team's strategy and mentality was heading into that contest against the game's best scorer of all time. But before we get into all of that, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button for all the latest and the greatest and join our memberships. We got that exclusive content coming daily, weekly, whenever you need it. Now, let's get into it.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakeney.
So recently, Flau'Jae was on the Baller Alert podcast. Pretty big podcast with a pretty solid following. So nice platform for her to really talk about herself, what she's got going on, promote her music and herself as an athlete. Her and Haileyvanlith just signed a deal with Apple, an NIL deal. So these two are tied, former teammates. While Flau'Jae was on the podcast, the topic of the NCAA tournament came up, how Iowa cooked them, how Caitlyn Clark went crazy, and how Haileyvanlith was getting shredded throughout the entire game and looked like she was on an island asking for help, throwing up the SOS. Now, this was kind of messed up, man, because I feel like they put Flau'Jae on the spot, and this could have really got ugly, but I gotta salute Flau'Jae, because they was instigating, they was pushing a narrative, they already had their minds made up how they wanted this conversation to go, and Flau'Jae stood 10 toes down, kept it real, respected her former teammate. We know Haileyvanlith is off to TCU, so not a part of that LSU program. But Flau'Jae still felt like she owed her ex-teammate something, her friend, and a player that she spent the last better part of the year with. So I respect how she handled it. But this was messy, man. Honestly, it was really messy to me because just knowing where this could have went and how this is just such a viral-driven world right now where one comment, one video can get snipped and construed and turned into whatever people want to make it. And it can ruin lives, man. You got to be careful with how you speak today. But shout out to Flau'Jae really just holding it down for her teammate and giving her perspective because, guys, to me, I felt like Flau'Jae should have absolutely been putting the clamps on Caitlyn Clark. She's the best perimeter defender. She's taken the toughest matchup all year. Why wouldn't she? Now, I know some people were saying they were worried she might be getting in foul trouble or they wanted to save her offense, but you cannot. Flau'Jae is a dog. She would have been fine. She's a smart player, high IQ, and understands how to play defense without fouling. So, in my opinion, there is no way, no excuse, no scenario where you don't have Flau'Jae Johnson checking Caitlyn Clark 94 feet for 4 quarters. I just don't see it. But we kind of got some insight from Flau'Jae about what their approach was during this game.
Who transferred out?
Oh, yeah, my teammate Hailey just transferred.
Yeah, did she transfer?
Wait, didn't she transfer in?
Yeah.
And
From Louisville?
Yeah.
But she transferred out because she got them buckets put on her.
Hey, boy. She was putting on, boy, she needed some braces on her feet, boy.
Let me tell you, no, we can't do that. Let me tell you, because
My eyes work, twin.
your eyes work, but do your legs work? Because you could not guard that girl for 40 minutes. But tell
I
her,
ain't on the court,
like
twin.
she stepped up for the challenge. Like at the end of the day.
Wait, she asked for that?
Why you wasn't on it?
Well, I didn't
had
understand.
to follow the scouting report.
Okay. That's what you gonna say?
What was the scouting report?
I had to.
Because what I seen.
Interview over, I'm out of here. No, listen, I had to follow scouting report, bro. Like I talked to my coach after, you know what I'm saying, and after we went over because we go over the scouting report like the night before.
Okay.
And for me, it was just like being a supportive teammate. Cause once the scouting report is, it's like a thing where it's just like, and I was just like,
your ass is gone.
I thought about it, but I was just like, you just gotta trust the game plan, trust the team. not listen to you fools and just.
I just want to make this clear. Listen, me and Rory could not have done that. Period. I don't think I probably could have lasted 3 minutes trying to guard that girl. I just didn't understand when was Coach gonna say, "Hey man, we gotta draw something else up."
When y'all have Moki on the show, you please really have to ask her.
Cause that girl shooting half court.
Hey,
I'm like,
she need help.
somebody time
I'm in the
out.
house like time out. She need help.
Bro, that girl,
She get hit with string. Wow. Stop it.
Yo, she stood strong, man. They wanted her to throw Hailey HVL under the bus so bad. And it wasn't the season we expected. We thought we were seeing a super team with her and Anissa Morrow going to team up with Flau'Jae as well as Angel Reese, Michaela Williams, Last Poa, but it didn't end that way. She never had the season that we thought that she was having. You know, you think about that junior year with Louisville where she was averaging 19.7 points per game, over 3 assists. We thought we were getting, you know, an honorable mention All-American, Final Four Elite 8 participant, Haileyvanlith. And we saw flashes of that throughout the season and in the SEC tournament. But it never all the way clicked. And she never really flourished under Kim Mulkey, who, coming into the season, it felt like this was a match made in heaven. You know what I'm saying? Another point guard, smaller guard that's coming to learn for one of the college game's greatest players as far as the point guard position and coaches. You know, it sounded like it was too good to be true and it couldn't fail. But that's exactly what we saw. And we talked about it in previous videos, right? Was it a wrong decision? Should she have stayed at Louisville? Was it Kim Mulkey's fault not putting her in a position to succeed? It could be a mixture of all those things, guys. Honestly, it really could. But I'm looking at it as now she's getting a fresh start at TCU where she can try to wipe that taste out of our mouths and get herself back on some of these draft boards. I believe she was a fringe first-round pick already before she got to LSU, and then her draft stock completely plummeted, y'all. And she had to get up out of there to get a fresh start because there was no coming back to that, man. And she was probably going to lose minutes to Last Poa as she continued to throughout the season. We saw what LSU did in the transfer portal, bringing in some serious backcourt help to shore up that backcourt depth, which was a huge issue for them. But Haileyvanlith going to TCU, a team that had a really good year last year, has a really young coach with that program, you know, in his second season. Making some noise already, though. They hit the transfer portal. They lost a lot of players to injury last year, bringing a lot of talent back. So good move for her. But, man, this was messy, y'all. I'm telling you, they was trying to set Flau'Jae up to say something crazy. And I think she gave some good insight. She stayed humble about the situation. Didn't, you know, throw her former teammate under the bus when she easily could have, because the rest of the nation sure did. But, hey, Haileyvanlith didn't ask for that matchup to my knowledge. You know, that's the strategy Kim Mulkey. We heard they had to follow the game plan. And apparently Haileyvanlith checking Caitlyn Clark was the game plan. Shouldn't have been. Halfway through the first quarter, we should have switched. Adjustment. But hey, who am I? I'm just saying, man. You know, were we watching the same game? I don't know. Y'all holler at your boy, though, man. Let me know how y'all feel. I think LSU is going to be in great shape next season. We talked about the top transfer classes in my last video, so go check that out, where I go a bit more in depth about some of the top transfer classes, how these transfers will impact these teams next season. I mean, you know, we're talking LSU, USC, of course, Southern California, Texas, you know, UConn. We talking it all, so make sure y'all go check that video out. But LSU in prime condition to compete for another natty. You have that core back with Flau'Jae, Anissa Morrow, Last Poa, Michaela Williams. You build around that four, you're going to be in good shape. Del Rosario's still there. They need her to take that next step, though, in sophomore year, man. Because she was looking crazy out there a lot of the time last year. So they need to, you know, she came on a little bit later in the season. And I think there's a lot of potential. But she was just looking lost out there sometimes. But I'm expecting LSU to compete. I'm expecting TCU to be fun. This will be a last chance situation for Haileyvanlith, heading to her last season to really prove the doubters wrong and etch her name in that 2025 WNBA draft. I'm interested to see how it all plays out, man, because I still believe that there's a lot of talent there. We saw it on international stage. We've seen it throughout 3 years of college basketball. Before she went to LSU, we saw sparks of it, flashes of it at LSU. So I think there's still a lot to like, man. If you can make shots, what she does, get back to being aggressive, having the ball in her hands more, and not being forced to, play out of position. A fresh start, I think, was the move. But y'all holler at your boy. Let me know how y'all feel, man. I know she's one of the most heavily criticized players in the nation, and a lot of eyes will be on her next season. Whether she prevails or fails, people are going to talk. Let me know how y'all feel in the comments, though, man. Holler at your boy. Let me know what y'all are thinking on this situation. There's still so much to analyze about these transfers, who's coming in, who's moving. So definitely check out my last video on the portal, kind of detailing some of these big moves and the position that these teams are in. Everybody's still chasing South Carolina, though. Let's be clear. They the champs till they ain't the champs no more. And we know what's scary about that team is going undefeated, winning the title, replacing 5 starters. And they could be even better next year. That recruiting class, holy Joyce Edwards, it's going to be crazy in Columbia next year. And like I said, they the champs till they ain't the champs no more. We got some more South Carolina content coming out this week as well, and some other videos, so y'all make sure to tune in. We had the week off. We was on vacation, but we back active, baby. Appreciate y'all. Much love. Until next time, man, y'all hit that subscribe button. Stay up with the latest and the greatest. I'm Brandon Blakeney, a.k.a. Brandon Lee TV. Again, until next time, we out.